Hey everyone, Uber reported second quarter 2023 earnings results that surprised and downright shocked some stock market investors, including myself. You're going to want to tune in to find out why. I'm going to review Uber's latest earnings results in this video. I'm also going to update my stock recommendation for Uber coming into this quarter's results. I had Uber stock rated as a hold, and so you're going to want to tune in to see if I'm changing that recommendation. Let's get right into this video here. Total revenue of 9.2 billion was a 14% increase year over year. But shockingly, Uber's operating income jumped to 326 million. That was a huge improvement from a loss of 1.3 billion last year. Now I'm used to Uber quarter after quarter, year after year reporting phenomenal revenue growth, but at the same time reporting operating expenses that jump just as equally as revenue jumps, and therefore Uber just keeps losing more and more money on the bottom line. But this quarter was surprising because Uber's revenue jumped, but the costs associated with the revenue did not increase. That was surprising to me. So I dug deeper trying to find out what was going on. Sales and marketing expenses were flat year over year. The company didn't increase sales and marketing expenses, but the cost of revenue also didn't increase by as much as revenue increased, and not usually as much as the cost of revenue grows in relation to revenue growth, right? Uber's business is very variable cost dependent, right? When you're thinking about Uber's business, each sale, which is either a ride or a delivery, comes with it the associated costs of the driver in that transaction, right? Somebody's got to deliver, somebody's got to drive you around, and that's a cost for Uber that goes along with the increase in what it has to absorb in terms of revenue. So this was surprising to me that the company created this kind of operating leverage, something I'm not used to seeing from Uber over the years that I've been covering the company. So kudos to management here, kudos to the company for delivering on this kind of operating leverage. Although I am going to dig deeper to see if there's something I'm missing here, because this is surprising for Uber to deliver this kind of result. So surprising, in fact, that I want to dig much deeper into these figures to find out what happened. So monthly active customers also increased by 12% to 137 million. Gross bookings increased by 16% to 33.6 billion. This is important because this is where Uber takes its percentage for revenue, right? And that's called the take rate, which increased to 29.3% of gross bookings. That was up from 26.6%. Now, Uber drivers are not happy about this, right? Because that's more of the customer's payment going to Uber instead of going to the driver. And this also increased in delivery, but not by as much, just to 19.6% from 19.4%. Cash flow from operations almost tripled to 1.2 billion, up from 439 million. So phenomenal growth here from Uber, demonstrating that leverage in the business, which up until this point I had not seen from this company, and I've been following this company for several years now. So this was shocking to me that Uber was able to deliver this kind of result. In fact, some of my students, my university students, might be watching this, and Uber is a case example I often go through in my classroom, demonstrating a business with high variable costs and how it's difficult for Uber to manage any kind of profit expansion because its variable costs are so high in relation to its revenue. And so this is extremely surprising, and some of my students, if you're watching, you're probably surprised to see this as well. But to update my recommendation on Uber stock, I'm actually upgrading it. I didn't think I would be upgrading Uber stock, but I am upgrading Uber stock just because of how strong this quarter was. I'm raising it from a hold to putting it on the borderline between a hold and a buy, and I wouldn't be surprised if after I do further due diligence on this company, if I completely upgrade the stock again to an outright buy. Overall, excellent quarter from Uber, one of the best results I've seen from any of the companies in my earnings coverage up till now. So excellent job. Kudos and congratulations to those of you that are invested in Uber stock. But that's all I've got for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I want to thank the Motley Fool for sponsoring this video. Visit fool.com/Parkev for the 10 best stocks to buy now.